program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Starting now on primetime, during her daily press briefing, the governor recaps her conference call with President Trump. Plus, the U.S. Interior Department's Office of Insular Affairs Assistant Secretary talks federal assistance on the island. And it's a tool that provides a breakdown of confirmed cases by village and ethnicity. We've got details on the launch of GovGuam's COVID Dashboard. Hafade, my friends, and good evening. Thanks for watching and thanks for streaming. I'm Jason Salas. We will get to efforts with containing COVID in our island community in just a moment. But first, another message from one of our island's many frontline heroes.
Hafade, I'm Private First Class Zachary Cabrera with the Guam National Guard. I'm proud to serve the people of Guam. We are in this together. Please stay home and wash your hands.
Now, of course, it goes without saying that we truly cannot express our sincere gratitude and appreciation and love for all of our frontline heroes. We'll continue to profile each and every one of them as we get through this as a community. Well, there is still no specific time frame for when we will reopen our island, but Governor Leon Guerrero joined her colleagues from the 50 states and U.S. territories in a conference call to hear the Commander-in-Chief's guidelines to open America again.
The president is said to have outlined a phased-in approach, which he made clear was strictly up to each individual governor to decide. Governor Leon Guerrero says in her case it will involve 4 stages: containment, suppression, mitigation, and the final step, recovery. For that, she has appointed a panel to help her decide when the time is right.
My criteria was more experts that could help me with good advice.
The group will be led by GITA Deputy Dr. Ricky Hernandez. Members include GITA Board Chair David John, Bank of Guam President Joaquin Cook, Bank Chief Economist Joe Bradley, Chamber Chairwoman Christine Boleto, Women's Chamber Chair Holly Rustick, GVB President Pilar Leguana, Physicians Advisory Group Head Dr. Mike Cruz, CDC Dr. Thane Hancock, Chief of Staff Tony Babauta, and Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio.
Their purpose is to help me strike a balance between the health of our economy and our people. Their job is to draft policy for safely and incrementally lifting restrictions so we can go about returning to some sense of normalcy.
And the governor says, don't expect a sudden turnaround. The return to normalcy will be gradual.
Our recovery plan will be implemented based on science, data, and evidence that we can keep you and your families as safe from COVID-19 as possible. But know this, our recovery plan will be ready when that day comes.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Now, the governor also said she's asked her chief of staff to loop in former Governor Carl Gutierrez to assist with recovery. The former governor led the island through major natural and financial disasters such as Super Typhoon Paka, Tataan, Bongsongwa, the Korean air crash, as well as the Asian economic crisis. Also tonight, the head of the U.S. Interior Department's Office of Insular Affairs says millions in federal assistance will continue to flow to Guam. In a wide-ranging interview on containing COVID today, Assistant Secretary Doug Domenech spoke about some of the programs available to us and how much we can expect.
In the CARES Act, there is a $55 million coronavirus fund that has been allocated through our office to the various insular areas. And you're exactly right that there was there is a $12 million fund that is what Guam will get.
Assistant Secretary Domenech says the Leon Guerrero administration has already submitted the necessary application for that, which is actually one of the smaller pots of money available. The federal government has passed 3 stimulus packages that provide direct payments to individuals and financial assistance for small businesses. And there's talk in Congress of a 4th and perhaps even a 5th package.
I'm not sure I'm supposed to say this, but I will. We have been asked for ideas. For instance, what would be good infrastructure things that we could try to pay for now, since the federal government's probably going to pay for it eventually. But what are some ideas of infrastructure, bridges, roads, that type of thing.
He didn't say which specific projects they're looking at, but infrastructure spending or pump priming is one classic way governments use to stimulate the economy. Domenech was also asked about still more money awaiting Guam, the millions due in war claims payments.
We are working with Treasury to try to get them to release those funds as soon as possible. Of course, Guam fronted some of that money, your own money, to help pay the war victims, right. And we're trying to get you reimbursed as well.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor LaConta.
In other news, Guam is ramping up testing capacity, so says Public Health and the administration's Physicians Advisory Group. Dr. Hoan Nguyen says by next week they plan to run nearly 200 tests each and every day. Adriana Cotero has our next report.
More tests and a higher infection rate is forthcoming. This was stated by the administration during Adeloop's daily press briefing. And while this week Guam reported low numbers of testing by Public Health in Guam Memorial Hospital, according to Dr. Hao Nguyen of the Governor's Physicians Advisory Group, this could all change by next week, as there are plans to rely on the 2 Abbott laboratory testing devices and Abbott ID test kits.
Once we have GRMC on board, DOS on board, Public Health, and along the 2 machines, or you can do a lot of tests every day, probably in the ability of 100 to 300 a day at least.
While the devices have been on island, Dr. Nguyen told KUAM there's a lack of resources and they are currently unable to begin the mass testing.
Mid next week, like I say, it's all about the timeline, the shipping are coming in. Mm-hmm. Their machine is ready. Mm-hmm. It's just now to get everything else to come in for the machine to run.
In the meantime, rapid test kits from South Korea have landed on numerous countries across the globe, including our CNMI neighbors, for surveillance purposes. Governor Lulian Guerrero has reiterated she will not allow any testing that is not FDA or emergency use authorization approved to enter our borders. Dr. Nguyen informed KUAM on our I-94 FM containing COVID morning show that Guam Customs seized 3,000 rapid test kits purchased by a local wholesaler in hopes of utilizing UOG resources to conduct a study. When asked during the daily press briefing for information on these test kits, Governor Lulian Guerrero looked to Sergeant Fernando Estevez with the surgeon cell.
To my knowledge, the test kits in question were not confiscated. They were brought by the wholesaler because of the concern that the test kits were not FDA approved. I can speak to the product in question. The manufacturer gave every assurance to the wholesaler that it was FDA approved. However, they did not understand that the approval they were selling it on was the FDA of the Philippines, not the United States of America.
It was never confirmed if these test kits will be used to conduct a study, although one matter all the governor's working groups were clear on. There has been persons under investigation that have lost their life before being determined a positive case. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Also tonight, all island residents like you and me finally got a village-by-village breakdown of COVID-confirmed cases today. It's information mayors have been requesting for weeks. KUAM broke the news of the virus by village breakdown on our Containing COVID interactive talk show.
They did give us the breakdown of how many in each village.
And hours later, the government's dashboard went live with Public Health Director Linda DeNorsi giving a demo.
You will first go to the Google website, and then you will type in dphss.guam.gov/COVID-19.
The dashboard provides a number of confirmed cases, probable or clinically diagnosed, as well as a number of deceased people, as well as the number of recovered patients. It also provides a breakdown of cases by ethnicity and an interactive map of the island. For example, in Tamuning, there are 15 confirmed cases with 11 residents that have recovered from coronavirus.
Well, we were asking to, if they can at least give us the breakdown of the areas because, we all have big areas. When they say 15 in Tamuning.
In Dededo, the island's most populous village, the dashboard reports more than 40 confirmed cases, with 25 people having recovered.
That's 1% of our population. Mm-hmm. We have 45,000 people, so it's alarming, but with a large population, it's expected. I'm glad that many of them, more than half of them, have recovered. So they are back at home and really being careful. So, you know, at least that's the information that we actually have been wanting from the Department of Public Health.
Island mayors are requesting more information in terms of specific neighborhoods to better provide help with monitoring and providing resources to patients that desperately need it.
That's what we want to do. We want to be able to help.
Officials at the Department of Public Health are working to update the site to provide that additional information. Now, the USS Theodore Roosevelt sailor who died earlier this week at Naval Hospital due to coronavirus complications has been identified as Aviation Ordnanceman Chief Petty Officer Charles Thacker Jr. of Fort Smith, Arkansas. The 41-year-old tested positive for COVID-19 on March 30th and was removed from the ship and placed in isolation at Naval Base Guam. He was found unresponsive on April 9th during a medical check and was transferred to Naval Hospital in Agana Heights, where he was in the ICU. Thacker died this past Monday. For the time being, as of today, 94% of the ship's crew has been tested with 655 positive and 3,919 negative results. More than 4,000 sailors have since been moved ashore. 6 have now been moved to Naval Hospital, with one of those sailors currently in the ICU for increased observation due to shortness of breath. Additionally, Defense Secretary Mark Esper indicated today the possibility that terminated Captain Brett Crozier could be reinstated. He was fired, as you recall, earlier this month after sending an email to Navy leadership warning them of the dire situation aboard the Teddy Roosevelt. The letter was leaked and made national headlines. Please stay tuned. Primetime continues right after this.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back to Primetime. Your mayors have been concerned about being left out of the loop, but the island's municipal leaders finally got some Zoom time with Governor Leon Guerrero. But they unfortunately continue to wait on the plan to address our island's homeless population.
The governor, during her daily press briefing.
That's why Josh and I asked our team to develop short-term shelter for the homeless.
But that was almost 1 month ago. And according to Tamuning Mayor Luis Rivera, the administration is still working on it.
That's been the answer ever since.
Village mayors finally getting an update from the governor on Wednesday.
When she mentioned it would be another 2 weeks, we're like, you want to stop the spread now. Why are we waiting for another 2 weeks? What is the plan? And let's move forward with it.
Although a homeless count was conducted in January, the results have not been finalized. Last year, the number of unsheltered homeless people on Guam, more than 700.
We need it now. People are there congregating around the parks, on the streets, different businesses outside people's homes, and then we also brought up the thing about, they shut off the water at Ikaw. I'm a Matapang, and a lot of everyone knows, around here that there's a lot of squatters in these abandoned buildings.
Public Health has reported among the confirmed cases of COVID-19, 2 are homeless people. The mayor saying one area that is being looked at for a possible temporary shelter, Paseo and Agatna.
Because, you drive in, you drive out, and there are showers there, and it's a gated place, the Paseo Stadium, baseball field, and it's beautiful. It's, the beach is there, so, and then of course all the shelters that were put up down there.
Mayor Rivera says it's not clear just yet when the plan to address the island's homeless population will finally be finalized.
We just need a place. Okay. We need a safe place for them to go to.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
And some disheartening news now as the Archdiocese of Guam has scaled back funerals and rites for the sick and dying as a result of coronavirus crisis. Father Paul Gofigan gave more guidance at KUAM, and funeral ceremonies will be shortened, limited to 10 people or less, and will take place at island cemeteries.
We kind of have the caskets in the churches, and really we need to put as a backdrop of all of this that ubiquitous mantra of stay home and stay safe, and the real heart of the Archbishop as our shepherd here on Guam is really, as the joint release mentioned, is the utmost safety of our people and also of the clergy.
The priest said no funeral masses will be offered, only final commendation and rites of committal, and those will be performed graveside. He said only 10 people or less, as I said, will be allowed at these burial ceremonies, and also affected last rites of the anointing of the sick and dying. Father Paul said priests are looking at ways to use tech as a tool.
We encourage the pastors to use the social media equipment that we have, such as FaceTime or a phone call to pray over the sick person. The one thing we cannot do really is to anoint the sick, and that's very unfortunate. But again, with the backdrop of keeping everybody safe and saving lives, this is what we need to do at this point in time.
The changes were made with the advice of public health, Father Paul said. The church has set up a toll-free line for Catholic parishioners who may have questions. The number to call is 1-800-961-9848. That's 1-800-961-9848. In other island news headlines, 300 volunteers, a goal to reach 500 homemade masks, and 1,000 face shields. The community organization PPE for Guam has quickly grown over the past 3 weeks, and they are prepared to continue growing and reach for milestones. Adriana spoke with co-founder Allison Rutter.
Wanting to help in response to the global pandemic, like-minded individuals Allison Rutter and Cyrus Lur combined their research and founded community organization PPE for Guam.
And it spiraled from there. We found that solutions for masks are based from cloth and homemade materials do well to both stop the filtration of some particles and also provide some breathability.
Ultimately discovering that 3D materials work better for face shields, and this has become the primary mission, to create homemade personal protective equipment for first responders and healthcare workers.
All of this is happening really fast, and I think that we'll continue to see all of these developments, and it's been exciting. But all of this is to supply PPE for the for the healthcare workers.
As PPE for Guam has grown, they were recently donated in office space by ADA's Trust and Investment at the ADA Plaza Center in Hagåtña. That's become a central hub for all the organization's efforts.
So you can come and pick up mask kits or fabric to make masks to sew and bring back. We have a partnership with Goodwood, which is a company that does 3D printing. So we have Aaron Ferrer's printers set up there, and they're printing away. We will have we'll have pre-cut materials. We have volunteers just coming in for more information.
Now having hundreds of volunteers and counting, PPE for Guam has announced a goal of reaching 500 face masks and 1,000 face shields, and according to Rudder, they are well on their way to achieving this. Although she says the ultimate goal is to no longer be needed.
Everybody is working together toward this common goal, which is to keep people safe, and that is beautiful to see. Of course, our medical professionals would want to have actual like N95 respirators, masks, and commercially produced face shields. Of course they want that, but when they can't get it, we're trying to be that stopgap for them.
If you would like to volunteer, you can visit ppeforguam.com or email ppeforguam@gmail. And you can make a donation at gofundme.com, PPE for Guam. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Coming up after the break, Double D shows you how you can work out at home.
Encourage creativity.
Hey Google, how far is it to the moon?
The moon is about 238,900 miles from Earth.
Because dreams start at home.
Today we start with you.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Tonight on the show, we're going to hear from CrossFit Laddystone instructors James and Mike, who say being at home, working out, relieving some of that stress is the best thing you can do during these times. Check it out.
Our goal was to provide an effective program to get people to still keep moving, working out. So we treated it like how we would run our normal class in person. So I think we have been doing pretty good. We gotten good feedback from our members and from everybody where they still enjoy it. It's almost like you said, like an outlet, because it is a stressful time. So people are stuck at home, but as long as we can, say hi to them through our mobile devices or through social media and connect with our members the way we would in person, that's what we kind of tried to do. Because we're a pretty tight-knit community, the Laddie fam as we call it. So we wanted to still have a way to reach out to them.
The gym has been providing the online training for about a month now. The content is shared on their social media platforms, getting hundreds of views. It's posted publicly, so the program can be shared with everyone, including non-members. James Estrada and Mike James have been busy putting in work, building the content for every day of the week. You can check out the videos on Instagram at CrossFit Laddystone and on Facebook under CrossFit Laddystone as well.
The workouts we provide are very doable for all fitness levels. And what we mean by that is it's not just equipment-wise, it's also your fitness level, whether you're someone just either trying to be fit now or stepping into fitness now, or you someone that's been doing it for a while. We show modifications, and there are a lot of modifications for all fitness levels. Like James said, we've loaned out equipment to our members. So a lot of our workouts kind of revolve around that equipment, those equipment we handed out, but we also incorporate a lot of body weight and a lot of modifications using household items like a chair, a 5-gallon water jug, 3-gallon water jug, a small, medium, big sack of rice, dog food, stuff you can find around the house.
With all of the free time on your hands, they say you can catch up on some shows, read a book, and spend time with family, but most importantly, break a sweat and get in some cardio while working out at home.
We're all in the same situation. The entire world is in the same situation where we have to stay at home. And if you coop yourself up at home and you're not used to doing that, you could go into a dark place, right? So it's good to get out, get active, just whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it may be, of walking, whatever, just move your body. You know, even if you don't have workout equipment, the best tool or the best workout or the only workout equipment you need is your body. There is a positive outlook to where you get to spend time with yourself. If you're living alone, you get to spend time with your family. If you're living with family, you get to just spend time away from your normal 8 to 5, Monday to Friday work day. And what that means is it's unlimited. You can do so much. Read a book, go outside, make a stronger connection, anything. Like, there's nothing specific. Get fit.
In national news, Denver Broncos linebacker Von Miller is the second NFL player to test positive for the coronavirus. The Pro Bowl player says he was at home and started coughing. Miller has asthma and was asleep when his girlfriend noticed his coughing didn't sound normal. He was tested after his assistant persuaded him to see a doctor. Los Angeles Rams center Brian Allen was the first player in the league to test positive. Von Miller had this to say about testing positive. "I'm not sure what's going on, but I tell you what, I'm in good spirits. I'm still Von. I'm not feeling sick or hurting or anything like that." The Broncos released a statement saying Von went public with his diagnosis to emphasize that anyone can be afflicted with this virus, adding that he remains under the care of the team's doctors.
Right now, there's a lot of unknowns out there. But the one thing that is clear is the importance of your safety, both physically and financially. At First Hawaiian Bank, we are doing everything we can to make things as normal as possible. We've also developed ways to relieve some of the financial challenges you may be facing. We understand it's an uncertain time, but when we stick together, yes, we can get through this. Learn more at fhb.com/relief.
Morning, 2 coffees and 4 orders of those new donut sticks.
You must really love these donut sticks.
I do, but they're not for me. They're for them.
Stick me in the middle. I'm losing my mind.
I will take a coffee, though.
Introducing new cinnamon sugar donut sticks from McCafe, made fresh every morning. It's a little sweet to go with your coffee.
Now it's your birthday shoutouts. Friday birthdays means you head right into the weekend, but not before we get to say happy birthday to you. So, happy birthday to Raina Faith Pangaminen. She's turning 2. Love, Mommy and Boboy. Gloria Toigui, happy birthday to you and enjoy your special day coming from your adoring family. Lovey Alonzo also has a birthday, and to a very special aunt, we love you and God bless you always, coming from your family on Guam. Happy birthday number 17, Big 17, to Christy Jean Pablo. We love you always, says your family. And simply, happy birthday to Clarissa Pablo. Man, it's a great time to be in the Pablo family. Happy birthday to each of you. Also, some belated birthday wishes, because born on the 16th and turning 9 is Kobe Munya. Born on the 16th also, and celebrating birthday number 10 is Sha'ani Yapati. We love you, with 3 exclamation points, your family says. Happy belated birthday to Paco Jerome Chavez, born on the 15th, from Mom, Dad, and family. And born on April the 14th, Kobe J. Tatautau, to my baby boy, Kobe, from Mom, Dad, and your family. Each and every one of you, we hope you have the best birthday ever. All right, happy birthday to all of our celebrants. But each week we pick one and only one winner of a delicious Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake. And this week's winner is born on April 11th, Terrence Cruz. Terrence, we hope you have a wonderful extended birthday. We hope you are staying home, as is your family, but we'll still be in touch with you guys electronically, and we'll let you know how somehow you can go pick up your cake. We hope you enjoy it. All right, that's it. Please stay tuned. Live Local Friday Home Edition is next.